Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Eric.
Good afternoon. Welcome to this coffee interview with Eric Postma. He represents a Tilburg University. This interview takes place before to the SR Colombia and Netherlands 2020 conference. The conference will focus on trends involved augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality, and artificial intelligence technology and their impact on companies and research environment.
Hola a todos, bienvenidos a esta reunión, a esta entrevista y a este café con nuestro súper invitado, Eric Postma. Él representa a la Universidad de Tilburg y estamos muy felices de que él esté esta mañana. Efectivamente, recordemos, y en todo lo que ustedes ya nos conocen, en todos los eventos que hemos participado en estos días, hemos hecho estos cafés, efectivamente vamos a realizar un trabajo en equipo entre la Universidad de Tilburg y la Universidad El Bosque y, por supuesto, bastantes participantes a nivel educativo y a nivel corporativo para realizar la primera conferencia en tecnologías inmersivas a nivel de realidad virtual, aumentada, mixta y, por supuesto, inteligencia artificial. Eric Postma precisamente trabaja toda esta parte de inteligencia artificial, así que será genial, sin duda alguna, la participación de él en esta mañana. Entonces, pues, sin más preámbulos...
Pues, si quieres le mostramos la página donde está Eric, ¿sí?
Aquí ya la voy a compartir, esta es la página. Aquí entonces vamos viendo, aquí está Eric.
Ah, wow. Ahí ya, con él lo pueden ubicar.
En el día 2 creo que él se va a presentar.
No, en el día 1. Ah, sí. Ah, sí.
Día 2. Listo. Sí. Muy bien, entonces...
if you want to register to this conference, you can do at srcall.nl with the link in this video. Are you ready to the coffee, Eric? Or you have a tea?
I am. I have coffee.
Then, Eric, tell us something about yourself.
Now, I'm a professor in artificial intelligence, and I worked in many places in the Netherlands, but currently I work at Tilburg University. My background is I studied 1 year of physics, and then I moved to psychology because I became interested in cognitive science and artificial intelligence. And that's what I did all my career. Do you want to know more?
Yeah, super interesting. Please describe yourself in 3 words.
I think I'm a curiosity-driven researcher.
That's wow. So interesting. Okay, tell us briefly, what do you want to go to exhibit at SR Colombia and Netherlands conference?
Yeah, so I will give a historical overview of artificial intelligence because we're currently in a kind of, you could call it a hype, but there's also some substance to it, a revolution in AI. And that's why I called it the true revolution, because it's revolutionary, but it's not that computers will take over humanity or robots will take over humanity. It's a more subtle but important revolution. And I would like to explain that to the audience by sketching the history and also how the core of AI, which is called deep learning, is responsible for this breakthrough in all kinds of domains, virtual reality, but also elsewhere.
It's super interesting. And then tell us what motivates you or what made you love coming into the world. What do you present in the conference?
Well, that I gave an answer before. I'm a curiosity-driven researcher, and I'm curious to understand human intelligence, but also to understand why, for instance, deep learning works. So my interest has always been in all kinds of topics, but that have to do with the brain or with nature or with artificial intelligence. So that's what keeps me going, to ask myself questions and try to find the answers.
And now, que say artificial intelligence, what makes you unique in your job?
I think, I'm not sure if it's entirely unique, but many of my colleagues have a purely technical background and are engineers, or they have a more psychological background. But I have the best of both worlds. So when I was switching from physics, which is very sciencey, to psychology, I hated that because I wanted to go for cognitive science and AI and not psychology. But in the first year of my psychology course, I got this mandatory course on cultural psychology, which I hated to follow. But actually, when I followed it was very interesting. It was one of the best courses I ever followed because you learned about different cultures. And one of the most important lessons is you can never imagine what it's like to be in another culture. You know that. You live in the Netherlands as a Colombian. It's difficult to understand the Dutch culture. Of course, you learn to know it.
Take times.
It takes time. And you can never understand how it feels to be Dutch. And I can never understand how it feels to be Colombian. But at least appreciating these differences is very important. This is one of the many lessons I learned from cognitive science and psychology. And I think that makes me a bit different from other AI researchers that tend to overestimate the intelligence of computers.
Yeah, wow. And the next question is similar or going to this direction. Do you know Colombia? Have you visit Colombia and what do you want to like?
No, unfortunately, I've never visited Colombia. Actually, the plan was that I would have visited this summer, but of course we have COVID. But I heard stories from somebody I know very well who went to Colombia, and I saw pictures and videos.
Really?
And it's a beautiful country. You have to know, in the Netherlands or in the Western world, Colombia is always depicted as this narco state with all kinds of drugs and criminals. But I know that's not true. It's a very beautiful country, and I like countries like Colombia and then the landscape. You know, we live in a flat country here. It's very flat. There's no mountains. So
and also the nature, I think.
Yeah.
And coffee.
Yeah. Coffee, yeah. I had some coffee from Colombia. It was very good.
Oh, yeah? So nice.
Yeah.
Cindy?
Sorry?
Alexa, continue in what question?
We want to know.
Sorry?
Oh.
He want to know Colombia more.
Yeah.
And the wives went the last year to Colombia.
Yes. What the next question is, what motivates you, or what makes you loving coming into work? What you present in the conference?
So what motivates me is because my work is my hobby. So I was always interested in. I was always curious, and doing science is a way to get paid while still satisfying your curiosity. So that makes me tick. I'm interested in all kinds of things that have to do with deep questions about what is intelligence, what is consciousness, and these kind of things. And I think the nice thing about doing science, and that's why I go to conference, because I also like to talk about it and present about it, is that you can satisfy this curiosity and have discussions with other people.
Oh, super interesting. And also we want to know you more. Tels, if you want to change one thing about your personality, what would it be?
Nothing.
Oh,
sorry. It's not that I'm ideal, but I know that each personality is a kind of a compromise of all kinds of things. And if you change one thing, you change your whole personality, and I don't want that. So I will not change anything.
So wise. No, so wise.
Again, I'm not saying my personality is optimal. That there are the flaws. Everybody has flaws, but it's more that I know that you cannot change one thing in a personality because that
also,
affects
I'm thinking the same. I'm thinking the same.
So I won't change anything.
Great. Okay. Eric, what is your favorite place on Earth?
My favorite place on Earth? Well, I don't have a favorite place on Earth, but I have a favorite environment, and that's in the mountains. I like mountains a lot. And maybe it's because we don't have mountains in the Netherlands, but I love to spend time in a mountain-rich environment. Maybe that's to compensate for the fact that the Netherlands is so flat.
Okay, and you are a researcher, one of the more famous researchers in Netherlands. Also, you was with the Queen, I think so, here in the Netherlands. You are so wise. But we want to know, so you have a hobbies or a sport, are you involved with outside for work, and why do you enjoy them?
Well, so as I told you before, my hobby is my work, and that sounds a bit strange because who is crazy to have that? But this was always my hobby. But I have other activities. So I play
Mhm.
soccer with my son, for instance. I enjoy that. He's
Really?
only 6 years
Oh.
old, and I go outside walking the dogs and these kind of things. But my hobby is really my work. So I may be a nerd, I don't know, but that's relaxing for me. Doing research is relaxing for me.
Oh, so nice. And our last question is, what is something you are proud of?
Yeah, what am I proud of? My family. I'm proud of my family.
Oh.
It's not that I'm
Okay.
proud of a certain achievement or something. That's not. It's just my family. I'm proud of my family. I think.
Oh, super sweet. And then the audience in Facebook, this is connect to Facebook, and then make some question. Cindy, we
Yeah.
have some question for the audience.
Okay, see you. The audience asks, which musical genre do you like?
Which music?
Mm-hmm.
Music.
Oh, I like a lot of music. So ranging from popular music to classical music, Coldplay or Bach, and I discover new music all the time. So sometimes there's some music I don't like, and then if I listen for a time to this music, I start to like it.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a very broad and curiosity-driven taste from music.
Super. And let's regards people from Facebook now is watching this live. Cindy?
No more question, Alexa. Other question in
No,
YouTube?
see, there are people. Maria Rativa sent you regards, and also Giacomo Springer is watching this live.
Very good.
Hello. And if
Maybe
we
international.
See you in different parts of the world.
yeah,
Even in
and
Tilburg.
even in Tilburg is watching you in Facebook, and then make another question is, what is your hopes or dreams in your profession in 5 years? What Eric want to discover?
The
How to
Nobel
see?
Prize. The Nobel
No,
Prize.
right? Wow. Remember, he was in this coffee. I know
Yeah,
him directly. You want to some signal, some yeah?
yeah,
Please let me know.
yes, I will let everybody will know then if I get the Nobel Prize. Everybody will know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much to Eric. We having a coffee with us today. If you want to participate in the conference, you can click in xrcall.nl and fill out the registration form. Then you meet Eric personally, and he will be avatar. How the avatar for you look like? Like blondie with blue eyes, or what? Which
I have
avatar you
no
will
idea.
choose?
I have no idea. You may decide.
Yeah,
It's your choice.
Cindy.
Okay, we want Eric Postma who having a coffee with us today. If you want to participate in the conference, you click in this link xrcall.nl and fill out the registration form. There you will meet to Eric Postma personality. The conference is totally free and we will be all in the avatars in the virtual world. Remember that this conference will be on November 18 and 19. Muchas gracias. Fue un placer tener a Eric Posma esta mañana. Fue genial. Tiene una personalidad increíble. Me encantó escuchar su voz, escuchar sus trabajos, su pasión, que efectivamente es su proyecto de vida. Y pues efectivamente agradecemos a todos los que estuvieron conectados a conocer a Eric Posma esta mañana. Recuerden que la conferencia es totalmente gratuita y vamos a trabajar y estar en un proceso de navegación a través de avatars en un mundo virtual. Recuerden que la conferencia se desarrollará el 18 y 19 de noviembre. Muchas gracias a todos por vernos y nos vemos pronto. See you soon. Thank you.
See you soon, Eric. We see you
Bye.
soon in there. Bye.
Very special.